Hey guys, Ben here and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be talking about James Gunn's Superman movie and when to expect a trailer and what will be in that trailer. So if you do go on to enjoy today's video, please be sure to leave a like and a comment and subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss any future videos later this year. Okay, so this is my first video on the channel after changing my channel name from the DCTV show to Ben's Take, which is the current name right now, which I'm trying to get verified, so that will be in the next couple of days. But from now on, my channel will be home to more than just DC content. So if you have any suggestions of any shows or movies that you like at the moment, that can be anime, live action, or anything, let me know down in the comments below what you would like to see me cover. Obviously, I've got topics like Star Wars, Harry Potter, Invincible, Marvel, you know, stuff like that, kind of pop culture content that is similar to DC in some ways that I'm definitely going to be covering. But if you have any other suggestions, please be sure to let me know down in the comments below. But yeah, this kicks off my new name on the channel, so hopefully you enjoyed this video and stick around throughout it. So off the back of James Gunn releasing that surprise first look at David Corenswet's Superman the other day, I thought we'd go into what footage to expect in Superman's first trailer when it eventually comes out and when I think it is likely to be released. Okay, so without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into this. So let's talk about some context. Obviously, they've been filming and they filmed a big chunk over the last couple of months since, you know, kind of March time. That was when they started filming Superman. And so they've definitely got enough footage in the bank right now to put together a teaser trailer. That is for sure. That is absolutely certain because, you know, you don't need more than, say, 2-3 weeks probably to get enough footage, maybe of him in the Superman suit and a couple of the other characters, like probably 2 weeks. You remember that was what they did with the Arrowverse shows before San Diego Comic-Con. They would come back and film for maybe like a week and a half, and then they would put together a trailer from that very slim amount of footage that they have. But right now, James Gunn is obviously quite a good way into the film because they're still filming probably around like July time, but it's been a good few months since they started. And so, yeah, with that in mind, they definitely can put together this teaser trailer. So that's not the question right now, but the question is, what will be in that teaser trailer? So here's a list of some ideas of what I think will definitely be in such a trailer. So obviously this is me theorizing, speculating, so don't be like absolutely set on this and don't get mad at me if, you know, there's some couple of other shots in the teaser trailer when it eventually comes out. But number one, let's talk about this. So there will definitely be a proper cinematic suit reveal because as of right now, we haven't seen David Corenswet as Superman in live action. Like, we haven't seen him moving. All we've seen is photos, and obviously we're going to get a suit reveal at some point, and it's going to be in that teaser trailer because that is the perfect moment to reveal the suit in action, because you need to hype up the fans. You need to get people who aren't necessarily the bigger Superman fans like myself and like you guys watching this video who are tracking its every move. So basically you need to get on board the general audiences. So, you know, release a trailer, put it in some cinemas along with maybe another Warner Brothers film, and to get that hype up, build it up, and so there's anticipation and people realize, okay, the Superman film is coming out next summer and this is what we've got to look forward to based on this teaser trailer. Okay, so number two is first looks at new pivotal characters, and obviously they're not new characters, but you know, the new actors playing them, that being Lois Lane and Lex Luthor. We've got to get first looks at them because it seems Lex is going to be the main villain, apart from the fact that in that poster people have been speculating that could be Brainiac who could feature in the film, but who knows. It seems Lex is going to be the main villain, so we would get a good look at Nicholas Hoult, even if it was just one brief shot. Same thing for Lois. I think the most important thing about a teaser trailer for a Superman film is going to be that look at the suit, but I think it's just as important to get a glimpse of those who are surrounding, because that has definitely been talked about a lot and there's a lot of hype around these characters and the actors playing them, so we got to get a good look at them. And so number three, a tease of the new Superman theme. You've got to get a little bit of that theme in there. You've got to include it in the trailer, hype it up, like the Batman teaser trailer. I think that is the best example of a film teasing what's to come and just doing it really effectively. Obviously that was mainly just a suit reveal, but it was in the same tone as the film. And so I think in the teaser trailer you definitely have to hear some of the music that is being composed for the film. I don't actually remember who's composing it, but obviously it's going to be based on past Superman themes and it will be adapted in their own way. I think it's one of James Gunn's go-to composers. I can't think of their name off the top of my head. But anyway, that's definitely got to be included in the trailer to go alongside the suit reveal and all the other shots. And so, number 4, glimpses of action and probably a few lines of dialogue here and there, but it will be a teaser trailer, as I said, so it's not going to be long. It's going to probably be like maybe a minute long, probably maximum. So there's definitely not going to be much time for lots of dialogue. I mean, in trailers in general, they don't really do too much dialogue. It's normally the action and the kind of big moments that hook audiences. And so I think you got to hear the music, you got to see Superman, you got to see some of the action, and that's going to get general audiences hyped for Superman. So I'm not going to go into specifics about some of the action scenes that they've shot so far and what could potentially be in it. Yeah, it could feature some of the new characters, but likelihood of it is their trailer is just going to be focusing on the core characters. So I'm not really going to get into those are the people like Guy Gardner who's going to be in this film, but we don't know how big of a role they're going to play. And so, yeah, it's not going to be much else because it is a teaser trailer after all, as I've been saying. So I'm not going to go into too much more detail about what could be in the trailer because I think those 5 points are pretty much it. I think it's going to be short, simple, to the point, and it's got to get people really anticipating this film. And so, as I said, they're still filming until at least summertime. We know they're still filming in July, don't know when the actual end date is. It could be sometime in July or August, but as I said before, I don't think it's important about the actual end date of Superman because they definitely will have enough footage to put something really good together. And so now let's talk about when this trailer or this teaser trailer could potentially be released. Now traditionally with DC trailers, with big trailers, they would go to Hall H, right? They would go to San Diego Comic-Con in July, in the summer. They would have a big panel. They would bring out the cast. David Corenswet would be there, Rachel Brosnahan, Nicholas Hoult, and obviously James Gunn would join them as the director and the writer of the film, and potentially Peter Safran, but just because of his role in DC Studios. So that would traditionally be the place where you would expect such a trailer to be released. I mean, it's happened many times, but since the lockdowns and since all of that happened, and San Diego Comic-Con hasn't been such a big thing really for a while now, and Warner Brothers has taken a step back in terms of their presence there. I don't know their reasons, but maybe they think it's not as big anymore. So naturally, I do really hesitate to say it could be San Diego Comic-Con, but with the start of the DCEU, surely they've got to have a panel. Surely they've got to get that cast out there to promote the film way in advance before it comes out, talk about it, get James Gunn on a stage. Like, it's so important, and it traditionally has been so important for these big comic book films, right? And so I feel like you just have to get these Superman actors, you have to get the director on the stage. I don't know if it's going to be San Diego Comic-Con. I mean, fans have been talking for a while now. Could we have a DC fandom in real life, just like Disney has their events and Star Wars has Star Wars Celebration? Why can't we have a DC Celebration where, you know, all these films, all the TV shows go there every single year and promote their stuff there, and it's just a place dedicated to DC and DC only? But that is still up in the air. We don't know if that is their plan at all. That could just be fan speculation. So I'm going to say for now, in terms of San Diego Comic-Con, I'm going to say it's likely it could go there, but it's also likely it won't go there. So it's probably 50-50 right now. I wouldn't really swing it one way or the other. Maybe a tiny bit towards unlikely, a little bit more. And that's just because they haven't had a big presence there in a while, but I think it's very important for this film, as I've emphasized. But if we look at when this film is coming out, that is July 11th, 2025. So that's in the summer. and that is a great release date. That's kind of similar to like Oppenheimer and, you know, the other summer blockbusters like Barbie and stuff that have done well in the last couple years. You know, Top Gun I think was kind of similar, like maybe end of May time, and so going into the summer. So I think July 11th is really well placed because I think the school year is coming to the end around that time, and so more and more people are going to be free. But if we look in terms of the calendar, if we track back in 2024, right, we have probably New York Comic Con could be a time where I would say that is a good time to release like a first teaser trailer. That is in October, because October is still a ways out from July obviously, but it will be early enough to build up that hype early on rather than 6 months before, and 6 months before would be in January. That would be January 11th. I think that is too late to release a first teaser because we're going to have behind the scenes photos, we're going to have leaks in the meantime, so we're definitely going to know a lot. So I think with all this footage in the bank, and definitely by October they would have finished filming, maybe they have some pickups around that time for stuff that maybe they need to iron out in the edit, just shoot a couple more scenes or so. I think around that time would be the perfect time to drop a trailer, drop a teaser, because if they don't do it at San Diego Comic Con, they've got to pick a month, they've got to pick maybe like 9 months in advance. That would be probably my best guess, and that's why I'm kind of saying October time, maybe November time would be a good bet for now. Now obviously this is just me theorizing. Again, I want to emphasize that I'm not all-knowing, I'm just talking about this, talking about when it could be released, what could be in the trailer. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. I know it's a lot of speculation, but I thought to start out Ben's take, I would give my take on when I think Superman is going to get his first teaser trailer. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please be sure to leave a like and a comment, and subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss any videos. As I said, and as always, I'm going to be uploading daily from now on. I just took a couple of days break whilst we announced the new name for the channel, and so I'm back, and we're going to have live streams on Thursdays once again at 10 PM UK time. But for now, you can click on the top right corner of the screen to watch my latest video, and I'll catch you guys later. Goodbye.
I see red.